was a wonderful sidestep to get away from Michael O'Halloran, to set up the chance for himself after it was all set up here by Seán O'Neill's delivery. The ball played into space. Quigley wrong-footed his man being O'Halloran. And here was his chance to have used his hurley. He kicked it and put it wide. I could only assume he was expecting a block, which never came. Now Ciarán Carey expecting a trip, which did, from Seány McMahan.
That could be a costly miss there for Limerick. Like, I don't know why Quigley used his leg there. He's tried it twice. Both times the ball has gone wide. He has a hurley in his hand. That's what a hurley is for.
Gary Kirby will take this free. 4 from 7 has been his record today. Dropped in, saved on the goal line by David Fitzgerald. Beats the would-be block of Quigley. Send it back out in the general direction of Ciarán Carey. Taken up by Ty Hayes for Limerick. Back in by Seány McMahan, playing his heart out up towards Gerald Loughlin, and the line ball favouring Clare.
Everything seems to be going Clare's way this half, and they seem to have this sense that they're going to do it today. Limerick have got to do something, and that was an unfortunate miss for Limerick, but Clare deserved to get away with it.
Well, Gerald Loughlin is out, trying to encourage his men, along with his fellow selectors, Tony Considine and Michael McNamara. There's Ger. Took over from the great Len Gaynor, who brought them so close on a couple of occasions. That's missed completely by Ollie Baker. They all stood back from it. But here's Fergie Tui, again trying to avoid the hook. Knocked forward towards Conor Clancy. The referee's whistle has signalled a 20-metre free. The foul by Mike Houlihan, who doesn't agree with the referee's verdict. The referee, Johnny McDonagh from Tipperary, his first Munster senior final. The referee telling Gerald Loughlin and the others to go back as Jamesy O'Connor looks for another one. He puts it over the bar. His 4th point from 4 chances. That one from a free. Delighted Clare followers. 4 points they lead. 17 minutes to go. The thought of Clare perhaps going to Croke Park for maybe an All-Ireland semi-final, and who knows what else after that. It's a mouth-watering prospect, but in Limerick they have high hopes as well if their team can get back into it. Pat Heffernan dropped in. Mike Galligan gets away from Anthony Daly. The shot, a vital one, and he gives them renewed hope. Galligan's 3rd point. It was 7 last year in this final. He's now playing top of the right. His man is Frank Lohan.
Jared, there's still, I don't know, 18 minutes to go. This game is going to go right down to the very end, and it depends on who is the fittest team and who is willing to die out there today.
And who's got the stronger nerve and resolve as well. Dave Clarke sails over his head, back to Mike Houlihan, now playing centre half back, having made the switch with Ciarán Carey. I think it's Jim McNamara, the substitute, who caught that one, and one of the ball boys returns it. Daly making sure that the slitter was sitting up properly for him. Didn't get a very good connection nonetheless, but it's Ollie Baker who adds to it. Side towards Stephen McNamara. McNamara against Steve McDonagh. Awkward angle, but that's sailing over the bar. In his first Munster final, Stephen McNamara has stretched Clare's lead. I think the cows in the farms of County Clare will be on automatic pilot for the next week if they win this one. 14 points to 10, 111 to 10 points. Ciarán Carey takes it from midfield. A good little dash forward. The shoulder by Liam Doyle, deemed to be a fair one. And it's Ollie Baker, who knocks it back towards the inside forwards again. Comes off Steve McNamara. Outside to the moving forward figure of Jamesy O'Connor. O'Connor dashes forward. Another injection of pace. Shortens the grip on the stick, and it's gone over the bar. 5 points from 5 chances. These Clare followers are in heaven already.
Yes, Ciarán, the score came from Ciarán Carey losing possession over on the far-hand side when he should have left the ball into the square. There's no point in running at this stage of the game. He's got to move it.
2 Too many Limerick players are but a pale shadow of their normal selves this afternoon so far. But there's still time. Mike Galligan advancing. Frank Lohan coming across. Well, they won't want to give a free out in some situation like that, and it's Brian Lohan who comes in to rescue Clare once again. That's a huge long delivery to Stephen McNamara. Good movement forward by O'Connell. Quick pick up, look at the post, and he puts it over. This is a wonderful performance in the second half by Clare. Delirious Clare supporters.
I think the famine is about to end. There's still 10 minutes, 15 minutes to go, Ger, but Clare are playing extremely well.
Well, they've lost 11 Munster finals, you know, since their last victory in 1932, but they have a 6-point lead. They're snapping up their chances, they're eager beaver. They've settled down as a team after the nerves of the opening 35 minutes. TJ Ryan, hand pass forward to Ciarán Carey. He's got a man on forward as well, Damien Quigley. Waited for the shoulder to come in, and a bad hand pass. Well, it comes good eventually to Frankie Carroll. Still some pressure being exerted. Shotty McMahan clearing the line for Clare. And Limerick considering another change, I can tell you. The number 23 is Brian Tobin, and he's got to come in. And who's about to go off?
Now, Michael Galligan has got to keep this ball in play. If he goes for a score and it goes over the bar, it's a bonus. But if it goes wide, it's a puck out for Clare.
Frankie Carroll's the player who's gone off as Galligan hits it and surrenders possession to Clare to Anthony Daly. Kept going forward there by Jamesy O'Connor. There's a Clare man on the ground after that wild pull. And the Clare man on the ground, maybe Mike Houlihan. So Houlihan, the team captain, receiving attention. It was a confirmation there, by the way, of that substitution. Brian Tobin on for the remaining 13 minutes. Frankie Carroll is off. Well, it was Jamesy O'Connor who caught the midfielder, perhaps PJ O'Connell.
Yes, I think at this stage Limerick need a miracle. You know, they need a goal quickly, and then to keep on adding points after this. Otherwise they're in severe trouble, and they're not doing that. They're running with every ball. They're not giving their full forward line a chance to get the ball in low, and they're being crowded out by Clare backline as they're playing extremely well.
Playing well and playing with determination. Houlihan's back on the feet. Limerick have a free. Gary Kirby will be the taker. His past number of frees have dropped a bit short. This one dropping in again, and once again goalkeeper David Fitzgerald practically doing this in his sleep, I think, at this stage. He's made so many good fetches. The clearance not a great one.
Yes, against the breeze, like it's a very strong breeze. Now it's not a mild breeze, it's a strong breeze, and Gary's shot is it's just dropping under the bar, which is not good for the forwards. But if Limerick get a goal, this game is wide open again.
It'll make for a fascinating last 11 minutes as Tyke Hayes steps up to take the sideline cut, only as far as TJ Ryan. And then watch the eagerness of the Claremen. That's Fergie Toohey getting it forward somehow as far as Gerald Loughlin. Then selfless running by PJ O'Connell to get at the end of this. This is great team combination. Wonderful work, and they finish with a point. Oh. It's gone to the left.
No, that's Clare now doing something silly. That ball should have been kept and played, come across the field over here to Stephen McNamara, who was available, and that's a costly miss.
Instead, Joe Quaid has the chance to put the pressure back on the Clare backs. Ollie Baker breaks it down. Whipped forward there by Hayes. Anthony Daly. Will he be lifting the Munster Cup, or perhaps Mike Houlihan? At the moment, the odds favour Clare.
Limerick heads seem to be dropping a little bit, Ger. They're not as hungry for it as they were before. Donald Barry is coming into some place there. We don't know who's going off.
Yes, Donald Barry is moving back into the half-back line
for Tyke Hayes.
And Tyke Hayes' involvement in this Munster final only lasted 25 minutes. Anthony Daly runs on there towards Conor Clancy to Stephen McNamara. Lost it initially, coming back again. Little block there by Mike Nash. Taken here well by Steve McDonagh. over the head of Seán O'Neill, battled down however by Hegarty to Jamesy O'Connor to take his chance, perhaps down off the post, and that's Donald Barry, first taste of the action. Not a good clearance only as far as Conor Clancy, and they're punishing everything this afternoon. Conor Clancy's first point. Every one of the Clare forward line has now scored, and that man there in the centre of that crowd just a minute ago is a very proud Clare man. And there's a Limerick man I saw in there in the crowd. He seemed to be congratulating the man alongside him. There's a very good atmosphere at this final. They're really enjoying it, even though it hasn't been classical fair. But full credit to Clare. They've carried the fight. They've taken their chance. They've got the hunger and the eagerness for victory. PJ O'Connell again waltzing his way forward. Nobody prepared to get in. A good challenge. That's to the left, however. And now he's had 2 chances in the last 3 minutes. That's 4 wides in the second half for Clare, just 7 in all. Limerick with 8 wides, but only 1 in the second half. A crestfallen Limerick dugout. Jimmy Hartigan, the secretary, was on the left of that group. Clare's sideline ball. I really simply have to ask the question whether or not the Limerick players were as focused going into this as they needed to be, because having beaten Clare so handily last year, they must surely have known that Clare would be full of resolve and toughness this time around. Ciarán Carey can't get it. He's now playing at centre forward, having started centre half back, then midfield. Brian Tobin trying to make it his. Seán O'Neill in to help him. Stopped by Liam Doyle, nobody on him, but there's a block then as Tobin got back very quickly. O'Halloran was flattened. TJ Ryan trying to pick it up. It's been a disjointed Limerick performance this afternoon, a lack of cohesion in their ranks. Ryan picking it up. But they've really been playing more or less as individuals as we watch a rather wild clearance from Fergal Hegarty, putting his own defence under some pressure, but admittedly out by the corner. Here's Quigley.
Now here's the only man who's capable of scoring. Quigley is the only man on the forwards at the moment who's capable of scoring a goal.
But when you look back, Eamon, and you think about the miss in front of goal when he kicked rather than use the hurley, that could have been a critical turning point.
It was a critical turning point, and a goal at that stage would have set Clare back an awful lot, but it didn't happen, and Clare now are leading by 7 points.
114 to 10 points.
I have a feeling Gary's going for a goal, is he?
It looks like he's trying to measure this one, and he puts it over the bar. Gary Kirby has scored 6 points. They've all come from frees, and in terms of scoring chances so far, Limerick with second half chances 4 from 9 chances. Clare had 15 chances in the second half so far, and they've taken 9. David Fitzgerald, son of a very proud county secretary in County Clare, so far that is. Heffernan leaves it behind. Brian Lohan trying to get a connection on it, did well. A real pure stylish hurler, this fellow. Lovely to watch. Down it goes, off the legs there of Stephen McNamara. Runs loose here to the cornerback, who is Declan Nash. Nash against 2 Clare men. Gerald Loughlin, the Sparrow, trying to take it up. Back there by Mike Houlihan. Out it comes as far as Jamesy O'Connor, drops short and pops over the ball. Jamesy O'Connor's 6th point. What a performance by the number 12, who's played in midfield, and he's been a scoring sensation in this game. Look at the happy faces you see among the Clare following here in Semple Stadium. Their lead now, a lead of 7 points.
I think at this stage some of the Limerick players feel that they're not going to win this game, and like there's still 5 minutes, 6 minutes to go, and they should be fighting with everything they've got.
I wonder if that Fergie Toohey down there injured. Seems to be. The referee also taking the opportunity to take some liquid. Jerry Loughlin with a concerned look. Some of the Limerick followers are saying bye-bye. They feel their chances have said, or their team has said bye-bye to the Munster Cup. The Clare following, as Fergie Toohey limps back into the action, are savouring this wonderful second half for them. Clare stand 5 minutes away from bridging a 63-year gap. Or is there a miracle comeback for the Shannonsiders from Limerick? Frank Lohan, son of the great Gus, to Shawty McMahan.